Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
After multiple power shutoffs last year, the city of Tehachapi officials hosted a town hall for public input. How residents reacted to plans presented by SoCal Edison.
And they're getting set up here at the Circus here in East Bakersfield. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us here at 23 ABC News at 8 a.m. for your Saturday morning. We are glad to have you with us. We have a lot of fun things in store this morning. I'm Tori Cooper.
And I'm Alex Bell. Thanks for joining us this morning. Now, the weather today is going to be beautiful, so you guys make sure you go outside. We are going to see some warmer conditions. We're going to see a high of in the 60s in the valley for today. But taking a look right now, we are at 46 degrees. That cloud coverage still lingering, just a little bit, but that will be clearing up and we can expect some dry conditions. But let's take a quick look at your weather headlines. Like I said, expect sunny and dry conditions for today, but we do have a disturbance moving in on Sunday, dropping temperatures and bringing some strong winds and possible light precipitation. We also have a wind advisory that's going to go in effect Sunday afternoon all the way through until Monday morning, but we'll take a deeper dive into that coming up next.
Topping our news this hour, Kern County Sheriff deputies are investigating a robbery in East Bakersfield. According to KCSO officials, just before 10 last night, deputies responded to reports of a person who was robbed near the area of Valencia Drive and Niles Street. Now, deputies detained one person of interest but have not been able to determine their involvement. Deputies also recovered the loss from the robbery and found a handgun they believe belonged to the suspect. Now, this is, of course, a developing story, and we will continue to bring you the very latest updates on our website, turnto23.com.
The public safety power shutoffs of 2019 left many residents in our community without power for days, particularly residents in Tehachapi.
Now, we have all had a chance to speak with many of the residents in Tehachapi, and 23 ABC's Leslie Gooden attended a town hall in Tehachapi hosted by Senate Republican leader Shannon Grove of Bakersfield, and has more on what residents thought of the town hall.
Don't think it was answered yet. They got to bring information back. They say they're going to improve, but everybody says they're going to improve. You got to prove it.
The crowded town hall took place tonight in Tehachapi, discussing with residents in California Edison about what is being done regarding the many public safety power shutoffs that affected the people of the Tehachapi area.
It is just to make sure that the residents feel like their voice is heard and that we listen to what their issues are, and Southern California Edison comes back with a plan to make sure that the issues that took place in 2019 are not going to happen again.
Senator Shannon Grove arranged for several community officials to speak, such as the Kern County Sheriff's Office, the Kern County Fire Department, and most importantly, Southern California Edison.
We're in the process of replacing the fuses that are in high fire areas with what I won't go with the full name, but they're fast acting fuses. And we have the ability to electronically control those fuses so that we can sort of turn them down or turn them up, whichever way you look at it, so that in high fire conditions, they're going to trip quicker than they would have under normal conditions. And again, so the downside of that is Cal will tell me, we're going to have more outages potentially.
Cal Edison shared their future plans moving forward with residents. One of the plans includes to install 1,000 circuit miles of insulated wire by this year. The company also apologized for the communication and notification process, which many residents share that is their biggest concern moving forward.
So again, our notification process, I admit, again, I don't want to acknowledge that it was not up to snuff in one of the incidents last year. But again, we're working on getting much better at that on both ends of it, of the not providing notification and then providing notification and that not turning off the power. So
during the question and answer portion, some residents shared their continued disappointment with SoCal Edison and asked for safer solutions to the power shutoffs.
So I didn't hear any data today of that if we have 3,000 generators running, that is safer than having electricity on.
Based on the comments that you have, and tell me if I'm wrong, do you guys have data that shows that it's safer to have the generators than the power on? And if not, can you get it?
I'm not aware of any data that exists.
SoCal Edison says that they are currently looking to find additional ways to cut down on the cutting off of power to those who may not be directly affected by it in that area, but who share a grid with areas that require a power shutoff.
We do it circuit by circuit. So rather than shutting off just one an entire area, we'll try and de-energize a few circuits, and then try and when we can, isolate that to a much smaller level.
And in the upcoming months, they plan to speak to the public again and explain that plan. For now, in Tehachapi, Liza Gooden, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
And PG&E submitted its 2020 wildfire mitigation plan to the California Public Utilities Commission on Friday. The plan expands and enhances, the company's comprehensive community wildfire safety program designed to address the growing threat of extreme weather and wildfires across its service area. PG&E's 2020 plan also includes several changes to make public safety power shutoff events smaller in scope and shorter in duration, all to lessen the impact of overall shutoffs.
Today, local Congressman and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is holding a forum in Bakersfield for students interested in attending the U.S. Service Academy. In a statement, McCarthy said in part, quote, "Our nation's service academies offer young scholars some of the best educational opportunities in the country, while also equipping them with leadership skills." Congressman McCarthy and Service Academy liaison officers will give a presentation about the congressional nomination process. The forum is today at 11 a.m. at the Board of Supervisors Chamber of Commerce on Truxtun Avenue.
And the inaugural Mayor's Ball is happening tonight to benefit a local nonprofit and the most vulnerable families in our community. The Black Tie Gala will be held at the City Serve on 3201 F Street at 6 p.m. City Serve connects families in crisis with dozens of local churches of all denominations across Bakersfield, which helps them get back on their feet. Last year alone, they distributed $10 million in products to local families.
Well, if you are looking for some fun this morning, the Circus is in town this weekend, bringing fire dancers, trapeze artists, and a whole lot more to East Bakersfield.
And Austin Westfall is there right now. He is off of Kern County Canyon, where the circus will be happening later today. Austin, what is going on over there?
Yeah, guys, it's called Toy Circus, and it's friendly for both English and Spanish speakers. And I'm joined now by Clark. We also have a presentation of the actual circus acts going on behind me. Clark, what are we looking at right now?
So this is called foot juggling. Instead of juggling with the hands, it's with the foot. You need a lot of focus on. You need to focus on that. It's a really hard act.
So is this something that just kind of comes to you guys after a while? Like, do you even need to practice this, or is this something that you guys regularly do so often that you don't really need to practice it in your off time?
Yes. We do it. We do this like every single day, you know. So it comes natural then.
Yeah, and I'm seeing some flames in the back. Is that right?
Yes. That is they put fire on that, and he spins with that.
Right. So what happened is we just saw him foot juggling with some type of cylinder, and now what they're bringing up appears to be some kind of mechanism that's on fire. And so our friend here, lying on his back, feet up in the air. Boy, this is some dangerous stuff. So is that something that goes through your mind when you guys are doing acts like this? I know you yourself are a handstander. Yes. Is danger a factor in any of this now that you guys are pros?
Well, when you get a lot of experience on what you're doing, you almost never fail in that. But yeah, sometimes you never know what can happen. And yes, once I fell, and it was pretty bad. So yeah, it's all about practice, you know.
Totally. Yeah. Thank you for joining us this morning, Clark. We're going to be hanging out here this morning. There's going to be two shows happening today here at Toy Circus. One's at 4:30. Another one is at 7:30. Tickets are $10 for kids, $25 for adults. Again, this is friendly for both English and Spanish speakers. If you want to come out, you can come over to East Bakersfield. But for now, in East Bakersfield, Austin Westfall, 23 ABC, connecting you.